Alright, YouTube. I am working on replacing the speakers in my 2019 Honda Accord that I just got. The speakers that come with the car honestly are not very good. The sound quality is pretty bad. So I went ahead and ordered some new speakers from Crutchfield. Love Crutchfield. 2 speakers for the doors. It comes with tweeters as well. These are focal integration speakers that got really good ratings. Of course, there's lots of speakers available for the car, but I like that these come with the tweeters. They had really good reviews. Then the same speakers fit in the rear of the car. Unfortunately, there's no tweeters come in the back, so I'll have some extra tweeters. I could integrate those if I wanted to. And then I bought some kickers for the center dash speakers. Like I said, none of the speakers are very good. One of the things I love about Crutchfield is they send all the parts that you need, the adapters, everything comes in the box. And unfortunately, I actually opened these a couple days ago, and my kids lost the installation instructions that came from Crutchfield. That's another great thing about Crutchfield. They tell you how to install it in your car. But the great thing is, Crutchfield also sends those instructions by email. So I'm going to pull out the email and I'll get on the installation from there. Ordered some trim removal parts from Amazon. I think this was about $10 for this set. Looks like a pretty good sturdy set. So I'm going to replace all of the speakers in the car. So I'll pause now and get to the video of installation. So I'm about to start working on my car to put the speakers in. The first thing I did was disconnected the battery. You don't want to leave that connected and have the possibility of any shorts happening while you're installing. Pretty easy. Just undo the nut here, pull it off the post. You're good to go. Okay, YouTube, so now we're going to work on the center speakers, which are right up there. The first step is you have to pry the ignition switch out, so you want to get this in here and pry it out. Then this whole panel, this part right here, will pull back and disconnect. And there's a wiring harness inside there that you need to disconnect, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So there is that disconnected, the wiring harness that was connected on there. The next step is we're going to open the glove box, and then we need to remove this piece of trim right here. Just got to pry it out from underneath. There's a bunch of clips that hold that in place. Okay, so I went ahead and pried this off. It came out pretty easily. You can see there's a bunch of clips there that hold that in. I just had to get the pry tool under here and just pull it out. It popped out pretty easily. And the next step is going to be, we're going to remove this side panel over here where the fuses are, I believe. And then we're going to remove this whole section here, this whole unit with the blower in it. So we'll take a look at that and be back with you. So I was wrong, this is not where the fuses are back here, but you can see that cover came off pretty easily. Once this cover over here came off, this blower, you just pull straight back and it comes out really easily. The next step we're going to do is we're going to get this entire trim off here. All of this is going to come off as one piece. Same thing, you just going to pry it off and we'll come back at you. Okay, so here's the panel disconnected. Now, when you start pulling it out, you actually want to pull underneath right here first. Pry that out. Then you can just grab the whole unit and just pull, and then pull alongside and make your way over to this side. That all just comes out as one unit. There's a wiring harness and a hose behind there that you have to disconnect. down there. All right. So there were actually several wiring harnesses. There were these two to disconnect, and then this hose, which is where your AC, where your cooling comes in. So you have to disconnect those, and the whole panel comes off. After we do that, this is gonna be hard to see, but there are 2 screws. There's one right here, one right here that you have to unscrew. And then I'm gonna get a pry tool that'll loosen this up from this side. Then I'm gonna get a pry tool and just pry this speaker out, and the whole thing will lift up. Okay, so I went ahead and pried that up. It just popped right out. I am kind of surprised that there's actually only 1 speaker in there. Crutchfield told me I needed 2. So, but I'm going to go ahead and take this speaker out. Just some screws there to unscrew. Put the new one back in, or put the new one in, and then put it all back together. You can see it looks good, just like it was before. Turn it on and see how it sounds here.
Here goes to hang with Shawn Mendes on the Sirius XM app.
It's 1411.
And well, that's amazing news.
Sounds great. The installation was pretty easy, went pretty smooth, only took me about a half hour. So good luck with your install.